Just one day after being found not guilty in the subway chokehold death of Jordan Neely, we're hearing from Marine veteran Daniel Penny. He sat down with Fox News and spoke about whether he has any regrets.
The guilt I would have felt if someone did get hurt, if he did do what he was threatening to do, would never be able to live with myself. And I'll take 1 million court appearances and people calling me names and people hating me just to keep one of those people from getting hurt or killed.
A jury acquitted Penny of all wrongdoing in this case, but his days in court are not over. He still faces a civil lawsuit. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles has more on what's next for Penny.
We started the lawsuit not right away. We wanted to see what the evidence was.
The evidence introduced by the Manhattan DA's office during the 5-week Daniel Penny criminal trial was voluminous. It included cell phone videos of Jordan Neely in a fatal chokehold and the testimonies of the strap hangers who shot them, body-worn camera videos by responding officers, Penny's taped police interview, and testimony from the medical examiner who ruled Neely's death a homicide by chokehold. Prosecutors telling the court Jordan Neely presented a threat for 30 seconds while Penny maintained a chokehold for nearly 6 minutes.
Daniel Penny could have let go before Jordan died. He continued to choke him 50 seconds after he was lifeless. He continued to choke him. There's no reason for that.
Family attorneys filing a 5-page civil complaint against the 26-year-old former Marine last week, writing Jordan Neely's injuries and death were caused by the negligence of Daniel Penny, Neely's father, appearing on ABC News Live with Lindsay Davis.
If you could talk to Daniel Penny directly, what would you say?
Why you didn't say you were sorry, man? Come on, man. Why you didn't say nothing?
Would that have mattered?
It sure would have.
There are different levels of proof in civil cases as opposed to the criminal cases, and also different evidence is allowed in.
The timeline of a civil case? Years. If it does end up going to trial and not settled out of court, it would be heard by a 6-person jury or a judge.
The plaintiffs could bring in other witnesses. They can bring in more witnesses to talk about the victim. They can bring in different experts. They may actually get into some more of the psychological side of the victim.
For the civil case, Daniel Penny will be represented by the same attorneys who handled his criminal defense, Thomas Kniff and Stephen Razor. They say they plan to aggressively fight this wrongful death lawsuit, especially considering Monday's not guilty verdict.